We are.
Uh, yeah, 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 yeah. Sky, I run a tight ship. Loose lips sink ships, run shit, dripping like a runny faucet. Let that sink in. Table full of bosses at the meeting, double crosses, and we gon' have to toss you off the deep end. Baller blockers, they tryna block my shine. Solar eclipse, I'm a mobster and a doctor. I prescribe your daily fix. From the tech mecca, we lit, we see chips. Bench presser pumping this weight, the bees flip. Don't let the tech stretch you talking that shit, get greenlit. Silly suckers tried to ride my wave, got seasick. How I'm living, counting this chicken, we out eating. AM to the PM every day, carpe diem. Yeah, I'll tell you about that money off top, boy, gotta feed somebody. Look, I don't know nothing except make more money. If you ain't got no money, then you ain't nobody. Money is a religion, righteous cause for sinning. Riding for the cause, we've been down from the beginning. 100 miles are running, all your mouths are running. If you ain't talking money, then you ain't saying nothing. Yeah, we finna ball like recess. Stash bands in the wall and the heat vents. Vacuum sealed so the smell don't seep in. I represent the underworld, this ain't no secret. Stay 10 toes down, both feet pressed. Duck the alphabet, boys, cover up my feet prints. They know my name, I'm heavy in this game. Knee deep in this thing, I ain't just get my feet wet. We way fresher so they got vendetta. So we keep stick with us, leave you with a leaky defense. How I'm living, counting this chicken, we out eating. AM to the PM every day, carpe diem. Yeah, I'll tell you about that money off top, boy, gotta feed somebody. Look, I don't know nothing except make more money. If you ain't got no money, then you ain't nobody.
Top
Yes,
of the top.
top of the top. Happy Friday.
Yes, sir. It is Friday.
And your mission, if you choose to accept, go to Santa Clara, book a hotel, and studio time, party all day at daughter's first birthday party, all the while plotting on taking down the substation. I'm doing it.
This substation stuff.
Stop. Kidda, you're starting to make me believe you work with the substation people.
Hey,
I'm going.
That's
I have a hotel right next to it, and I'm tearing that bitch down.
We're talking about.
Oh no! What if it tears my ligaments up?
Huh?
What if I get too close and I feel? Ooh, I might need a chat GPT. What kind of clothing I need to wear? I need to protect myself from.
I've seen a lot of
evil
superhero
radiation
movies. I've seen. I mean, Star Wars is the one example where I could think of somebody with lightning power fucking people up with it. But this lightning stuff, it makes you better somehow. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
you're right.
doesn't deteriorate you. It increases you somehow. Electrifies your.
I go there, and then I find out the super villain is the Charger Man. It's Lee. He's just got all this. He's zapping all kind of shit.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean? Oh, I knew it was you, Charger Man.
Yeah,
He's
it
charged and
was.
confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Happy Friday, everybody. You have definitely tuned in to another live edition, a special championship weekend edition of the Wake Your Gamer.
Gamer. Yes.
So,
Friday. So
I know,
Sunday
right?
only. We got Sunday. Only 2 more Sundays of NFL football this
yeah,
year.
we got 3 games left of the year.
Hold on. Are you including? Oh no, you said 3 games. That's 2 and then 1 more. Okay, good. I was gonna say, don't you include that Pro Bowl game? Don't you do that?
Nope.
Has-
That's exhibition.
I didn't even know if you could call it exhibition. It's more like a showcase.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess they are
Yes,
doing it
sir.
flag football these days, but
Yeah.
they
But
have
man,
so.
Leon Peacock is in the building. Happy Friday, crew. We got Chase in the building. Let's fucking
What's
go.
up, Chase?
You know it. We got some of the best
Broncos,
football.
baby.
And we got the crooked commission in the house.
Cricket commission, come here. Let's
Yes,
just
sir.
hug me through the camera, crook. All right, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. Hey, hug me back. I'm sad too. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, we do have some
I
new
know.
merch with Crooked Commissions. Are you
You're the NBA.
sure
Wow.
I'm sure you're do you have any of like input? I'm curious, you know, it doesn't matter if you do or don't, but I wonder if like you're collaborating. I don't know if you guys talked about this on stream or not, but I'm curious personal work for myself with Peacock on any designs, but
Oh, listen.
it'd be
It really. It's usually as simple as have the idea,
Yeah.
and then he'll make it happen.
yeah, but
like,
you know, everybody
and
can
he's
have a
super
subjective
witty.
opinion.
He,
Well, I'm curious
he's a
on like
whole
how
entire
much
genius
involvement
on his own.
he's like, or if he's going, you go at it, and or if he has.
No, you send him a design, he'll put it to work.
But for example, like he's already a whole entire genius.
You could do that, and I've seen some of the ideas that you had some good ideas, and he
Yeah, he puts them to life.
your ideas.
Like I remember one of my favorite ones. This is a throwback one. It's one of the original ones. I was like, I want Smokey the Bear, and he's like smoking a joint, and the whole forest is on fire behind him. He's like done. But then he put only you can keep it lit. Like I was like, oh hell yeah! Like he just put his own pizzazz on it, and like. Because I was just gonna totally rip it off and be like, only you can prevent forest fires, and he's just getting high and the forest is on fire. But only you can keep it lit is totally on brand. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, so Crooked Commish was the mastermind behind the ice on the Iceman. So he came up with the idea, and then Peacock go and use his creativity and create. That's just the one, because I know you had another one.
No, there's a couple, I believe.
Yeah, there. Shit. I think Mouth is also in there a couple times. Good.
Yeah. They got some. They had the NBA Jam inspired joints, and then what else?
Yeah, pretty cool. There needs to be one of me and Lee. And it'll be like Chargers.
Oh, that would be funny
like
fuck, man.
Chargers.
And Jets.
It just has bubbles.
No, not Jets.
Speech
Chargers
bubbles.
and no Chargers.
Chargers suck. Then Lee yelling. Oh, like a comic book strip. like a comic book strip, and it's just like it's just animated versions of this, right? Versions of the boxes. And you're like, hey, the Chargers suck. He's like, well, what the Jets? Fuck you, right?
Yeah.
And then he writes himself. See?
Yes. I could come up with good ideas.
Yeah,
you think the Jets? You think the Jets are in any way, shape, or form looking at a QB here?
No, I don't think so.
These QBs are going to fall out of the first round, aren't they?
I think we're going to be able to sell the 102.
Yeah, I think so too.
The most I've been seeing is that the Jets taking the kid from Ohio State.
What is he? Edge rush?
I think he's an edge rusher or a tackle or something like that. Yeah, that's who I've been seeing.
A D tackle or edge rush?
I think he's an edge rusher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's usually.
We need interiors.
No, it's Caleb Downs. That's who they would.
Okay, so he's the D tackle.
Yeah, that's who they've been mocking.
They're probably gonna trade back for that kid, unless he's like a Jalen Carter style like type
Caleb
of
Downs.
talent.
So I typed in that's the Ohio State safety.
Yeah.
You think
he's a safety.
Draft a safety?
Yeah, you're not gonna draft a safety at that high.
No, I think they need a line work. They need line work more.
No, I mean, I have
no. Their offensive line is pretty good. They definitely need an edge rusher because you got a defensive-minded head coach. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna address that side of the ball. And if he's looking for his Brian Branch, is that why they're looking at this safety? Because like, you know, Aaron Glenn had a Brian Branch for years, tearing it up. You know what I mean?
I think we moved back in the first round.
I like most of the Jets is like our Veal Reese. He's a linebacker for the Jets. That's who I liked.
For the Jets, he's already there.
No, he's coming out of Ohio State. He's a linebacker from Ohio State. That's who I would take over.
No, if we're going to use the 102, it's going to be something ridiculous and going for the gusto and getting Jeremiah Love or
Ooh.
To me, the most logical thing would be the best tackle that they could grab and tackle out of college. It's what it's worth, but they should be able to transition to any position with the right.
Oh, he was gassing right there.
But
transition to any position
on the line. Yeah, so take a tackle who's very successful and putting them in your, because you take a dominant player from the college and you put them in a room full of grown-ass men who do the job very well, and then you're going to have to fulfill it no matter what your attitude is. It's just going to
fulfill your destiny.
Yeah, it's going to be right there in front of you. You're going to be like, Jason, I'm a rookie and these guys are studs and I'm going to have to fill a guard role. And because we do have some pretty good tackles, as long as the unit is healthy, yeah, that's a good offensive line, but it's not great. I wouldn't push off drafting a. Yeah, pause.
Pause.
They're good, but they're not great. Adding depth and rotational depth that's talented is what would make me happy. Outside of moving back, lots of wide receivers that I'm interested in. But Jeremiah Love at number 2 is cool because we won't have to pay Breece Hall, and that guy is better than Breece Hall.
Jeremiah Love, where is that? The kid from
That's the kid from Notre Dame.
Okay.
They say he's the top running back coming out.
And then Breece Hall's tagged and trade? Like, what do you do?
I think they probably trade him.
They probably moved Breece Hall before. Well, actually, he's a free agent.
No, we use it.
He's a free. Yeah, you're right, Bogey. He's a free agent.
Or like, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna just say Gibbs and
tag and trade.
Montgomery, I'm sorry, but Monangai and fucking the other running back over there, Swift. Yeah, the ex-Detroit guy, fucking Detroit, kicking my ass right here, but. Yeah, both of those are good examples of successful teams running the ball. They're really, I guess, capable of being third down backs on by themselves, used in rotational situations. That's how the Jets are going to be successful. I think they're going to run the ball eventually in the future, and then game management style quarterback, and then maybe if we're lucky, we suck this year again, and then we get Jeremiah Smith. I think he is 27. So
Yeah, he's next year.
so if we get the two
27, yeah.
Jeremiah weapons with Love and Smith, that would be a awesome addition to a team that has a lot of holes. But luckily, like we were offensive line, if they're healthy, with additions, is pretty formidable. So let's run the ball. I don't care about the passing. This is a division where we're gonna run the ball. We're gonna have to. It's gonna be the Giants. You know, the other team in that building. I'm gonna be interested to see how each organization, branches out and becomes winning organizations, not these 2-win organizations, but 10, 12 wins eventually from these Giants and Jets.
I dropped a little nugget, and that motherfucker done bounced somewhere and disappeared.
Well, see, Nabbers have one of those historic seasons. He's not ruined, right? This injury be like, oh, our Nabbers are gonna be.
No, I'm just gonna bank on that he's young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That
like, usually bounce back when you fairly quick when you're young, right?
Yeah.
You know what I worry about? Okay. You really got to go. Okay, give me a number one wide receiver. And first of all, John Harbaugh, he never had a caliber receiver like this. But in John Harbaugh's history with the Ravens, bro, it's hard to pinpoint like this a consistent wide receiver one over the years. But like I said, he's never had a talent like this. And what's his name actually does have a cannon for an arm. You know what I mean?
Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
And he's still the youngest quarterback in the league, so that's, or is it McCarthy? Who's younger, Dart or McCarthy?
I think it's McCarthy.
I have to look that one up.
Actually, it might be Dart because Dart did come in this year. Pause.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have to be.
You're right. This is true because you have motherfuckers like Bo Nix and them. They're old as like fucking Jordan Love right now. You know?
All right,
Jackson
Dart's 22.
He's younger by 4 months. Dart is youngest.
Yeah.
Jackson 4 months difference right there. So I'm confident in saying Dart's a better prospect than McCarthy.
Facts.
I know.
I think McCarthy. I think McCarthy is going to lose.
So did the Giants, and I think it was all intentional.
McCarthy's situation might go down in history as reminiscent of Air 15s of Anthony Richardson.
That's a terrible story.
Yeah, and I'm not saying
I'm
them
glad
like
I didn't get too much that situationship.
But you feel me though, right? It feels like it'll be reminiscent, like they're just gonna keep bringing in guys that'll take his job. You know what I mean? And maybe it's. I mean, okay. In JJ McCarthy's defense, I think like 3 out of his like 8 games or whatever, they were flashy as fuck. Top of the top. Who is that?
Yes. So, by the way, Ear. It might be a good idea to anticipate this design coming to fruition.
Yeah, we kind of fun.
Looks like Peacock said something about it. Yes, indeed, Catman versus Ear head to head.
Yes.
with all fuck you.
How do I feel about Breece Hall going? You two guys feel about that?
I know. I don't really feel much.
I'm not mad at it because that means that we're gonna get something back from it. And if they get Jeremiah Love, then it's,
You know what?
outside of the idea of having the 2 good running backs, that seems to be working right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I got my thinking cap on. Let's just go bring him over to the Niners. Fuck it.
How quickly have things turned? Are we going to see some serious paydays for running backs because we have seen the two-back system being so successful? That
I
just
think
means
that.
that the scarcity makes them more valuable. It's a
I,
position of need.
I mean, here's the thing. It's okay. There's an argument to be made. Like for example, I'll use Josh Jacobs as an example. When Josh Jacobs first came into the league, they wanted to make him a bell cow. He came from college where he had split with Damian Harris, who eventually went to the Patriots. Remember that? And like, so like it was noticeable when Josh Jacobs hit that rookie wall, and then you know what I'm saying, it took him like almost 2 years to get used to like carrying a whole load, and then he was like the Josh Jacobs we know and love in fantasy, right? He's getting the whole workload, but it wasn't just the fact that he was getting the whole workload; he was also good. You know, there's Jonathan Taylor; he gets the whole workload, also good, right? Then there's like Bijan Robinson, who like gets the majority of it. But imagine if he got all of it, but he's already good, just getting the majority of it, right? But it's like, so the argument is, are some of these running backs able to carry a whole load, but they're in a fucking timeshare? And usually if they're in a timeshare, there are different types of backs, right? Like they were trying to have Braylon Allen be like the David Montgomery type, and then Brees Hall was going to be like the Gibbs when it came to them bringing over the Detroit staff, right? And then, because of injuries, we didn't really get to see that pan out. But like the committee era, these fools, I think the committee's going to kind of kill, to get to your point, it's going to kind of kill the bags unless you're that true bell cow. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe they're trying to they've been trying to phase them out, but look at the 2017 and 2018 guys that kept going and going and going, right? Joe Mixons, the Saquons, CMCs, you know what I'm saying? But then since that era, what running backs have really stood the test of time? Yeah, David Montgomery, but it's ever since his third, fourth year in the league, he's been in a timeshare. You know what I mean? Prior to that, it was like he's getting the whole workload. He's good with it, but it's probably mainly because he's getting the whole workload. He wasn't really super efficient with his you know what I mean? He needed the volume.
I don't know what the average age of success was for fantasy running backs this season, but I'm pretty sure it was fairly high. And it kind of shut up the position of, I don't really fuck with running backs older than 20. I don't know if you've ever played by that.
27 is usually the age they would say for running backs.
Yeah.
But
for
then,
running backs,
like,
you kind of just don't target them really. Like if they're discounted on a draft, then yeah, you're gonna take the value when you get it. But
yeah, like
in terms of
Aaron Jones, Kamara, those are also 2017 guys. You know what I mean?
all those guys definitely got phased back a whole lot in drafts.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's the thing with running backs is like if you're in a committee, like for example, Swift in Chicago, he could be gone. They'll just find someone to replace him easily, or it'll be Money Gang takes the lead, and then they bring in another guy to be the other role. You know what I mean? Whatever that is. You know what I mean? Because no matter what, Ben Johnson's gonna utilize a two-back system, right? Then there's Sean McVay, who at heart is gonna feed one guy. So and they paid their guy, Kyron, and he's got like a. He's got a matching deal for some of the highest paid. He's not the highest paid, but he's amongst the highest paid at the position, right? But then they have Blake Corum as a spare tire. But you know what I'm saying? And you kind of saw it this year where they started to feed two guys. So maybe we're seeing them more. I mean, in the playoffs, it's been all Kyron so far, but maybe it's because they trust Kyron in these situations.
Well, they basically rested Kyron for the playoffs. Remember that?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact. And then there's the Niners who are like, spoiler alert, in one of our news items later, CMC's talking about, hey, look, I wouldn't mind them bringing in someone else, help me out here. You know what I mean? And look at when you see a lot of these running backs that aren't multifaceted, when they get older, it's done for them. But when you're multifaceted, you can extend your career. James White, Danny Woodhead, CMC this year, he shined in the passing game, right? Like these are the things that are going to preserve your career as far as your utilization, because I can see them bringing
position for Brees Hall is that
go over there with the Niners, huh?
Back. Yeah, like Rashad White was catching 70 to 80 balls a
Yeah,
year
in a two-back system.
with Tampa Bay in a two
Yep.
back system.
Wow,
And
if Reese goes there, that'd be nasty. I mean, I would kind of hate it for Bucky, but like,
he he just got off an injury. So what you want as a Bucky owner is probably somebody to help him. Also, this could be
true.
a win-win situation for the two of them with Tampa never short of touchdowns if
Yeah,
you're
because
at the helm. So
Bucky's not the breakaway speedster like a fucking Brees Hall is. So they would be like a form of like thunder and lightning. Because like Rashad White, he
everything
just
is subjective, especially for us since we play the heavy PPR leagues. Yeah, we don't care
yeah.
so much about the usage, and yeah, getting 5, 6, 7 targets in the passing game as a running back in our leagues is like, yeah, hell yeah, I don't care what he does on the ground.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
almost like
CMC was
that's the floor is the targets, then the shit on the ground is the cherry on top. You know what I mean?
heck yeah. So those pieces in fantasy are so nice to own because you never had to pay up for it. Maybe on the waivers.
Yeah,
You're
man.
like, oh shoot, this organization is using this scat back like crazy. All of a sudden, we've got this random like for a short stretch there. It was like, hey, this guy's catching like 6, 7 balls like
6,
4 or
7.
5 weeks. Yeah, 5 weeks in a row now. Shoot. Okay, yeah, pencil him in a flex. Anytime he's asked for a start sits question, much agreeing with the flex spot, but RB2. If you have better, that's probably the better pick. But just by sheer passing game volume, some of these running backs in fantasy, they're hella useful.
Yeah, for real, when it comes to the day and age that we're living in with the committees, like as long as there's an influx of running backs, it's gonna shake things up every year. But is this an uncharacteristically low running back class this year, like it was last year? Actually, last year had a lot of late rounders.
I think the tricky thing with running backs is
Landing spot.
their landing spots.
Yeah.
So I don't get too excited about running back prospects outside the obvious choices. Jeremiah Love in this class is an example of a running back that you can have some confidence, just like other first rounders as of late.
Yeah,
Pretty good
love is this
usually.
year's Genty.
We're looking at a future good running back in the NFL. That's why I'm okay with drafting him at number 2 on anybody. If it's not a lineman, like an offensive lineman, then maybe Love would be cool.
Yeah.
I think he's more interesting than the receivers. But I also agree with there seems to be more than a handful of receivers in this class that might fall into one of those landing spots and become fairly valuable quickly. We're not talking Malik Neighbors, but
I mean, like if the Niners go another rookie receiver this year and they go up high, that'd be an interesting spot. Or what else is an interesting spot for receivers this year? The Jets. I mean, shit. But I don't, like you said, there's no real talent that's probably a top 10, if not top 20 pick this year. I might be wrong about that. I don't know too much about this draft class, but I didn't really hear nobody talking about no far and away.
There's some nice players. It kind of reminds me of the quality to get out of the Zay Jones class with Addison Jones and what's the other guy in that class?
Zay Jones, wasn't he like 2017?
No, not.
Addison was what, 2021?
So that's the year, 21.
Okay. It's either 21 or 22. I can't remember exactly. Lee,
Zay
you should know.
Flowers. I
You're
said
like
Zay
Addison
Jones.
lover.
I meant Zay Flowers, by
Addison's
the way.
been in the league.
Zay Flowers, yeah. Okay.
Addison be
I'm
going
so
into his
sorry.
fourth
I just
year now.
realized that when you said Zay Jones, I said, why would that be about Zay Jones? And I just realized I said, I said Zay Jones. No,
Yeah, when
Zay
is Zay
Flowers.
Flowers? Remember Zay
Zay
Jones?
Flowers is the same year as
Addison, Flowers, and
McConkey.
who?
No, it wasn't. No,
Really?
no.
No.
Quentin Johnson, same year as Quentin
But
Johnson, because they
Quentin
went one
Johnson
after
was-
each other.
You're right,
They went-
Lee. That's
Because I wanted
those three
Zay
guys
Flowers,
went
and we
first
ended up
round.
taking Quentin Johnson.
Yep.
Sorry, man.
So
Just take the wrong guy.
maybe something along the lines of that draft class more than elite talent. That's just my opinion. So,
Well, the
you guys
best
like all three of those guys. Really high on them. Probably not, right? High end WR2 at best. Usually, I think that's where we're penciling them in.
Well, the three best wide receivers coming out of this draft is going to be Jordan Tyson,
Or three.
and Jordan Tyson, and I think it's Carnell Tate.
Yeah, I agree.
Those are the two best I feel that's coming out of this draft.
I
don't know, man.
There's
What schools
a
do they
few
go to?
others.
What schools
Tyson's
they
from
go
us. No, because Ty Mayberry lives in Arizona. He says Jordan Tyson is the real deal. He said he's seen him a lot. He's a real deal. But they say him and Carnell Tate, I think, are the top wide receivers. There's others, but those are the top two, I think, I feel.
Yeah, and the Ohio State receivers have been pretty good so far. So
Yeah, they have.
bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, they got pedigree over there.
Yeah, that's
Ohio State, LSU. Who else we having? It's really them too, right there. Like in the past, I mean, shit, the list goes on. Motherfuckers that came out of them schools usually
for
balling for us in fantasy
sure.
at receiver. Yeah. Well, shit. You ready to take them to the streets, Lee?
Yes, I am ready. I am ready. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's championship week. Well, I put together players that got injured this year, and I got the updates for injury and health update. Malik Neighbors' knee is trending towards being ready for training camp.
Let's go.
Cam Scadaboo's ankle is expected to be available for off-season program. Now, as for Kate Stover's knee, he avoided a serious knee injury and could be ready for the off-season work, so there was really nothing serious when he got hurt. Now, as for Josh Allen's foot, he's going to have a possible procedure, but is not expected to affect his off-season programs. Now, as for Joe Mixon, he missed this season due to a rare medical condition that never improved. They didn't say rare. Exactly, rare. Now, as we know, we spoke about it on Tuesday. Tank Dell is all ready, and D'Amico Ryans is looking forward to his return in 2026. Now, with Christian McCaffrey, after his 400-plus touches in 2025, the 49ers are open to adding another running back, and CMC is open and fine with that.
We got money.
Yes, sir. Now, as for Nick Bosa, his knee, he's tracking towards a return at training camp, so that's a good sign for the 49ers. Now, as for Jake Tongas, he did not suffer a serious injury. What they found out it was plantar fasciitis. Yeah, and he's going to be out for 3 weeks. 3 weeks total, so that's good on that one. Now, as for the head coaching searches, the Steelers, they're looking at Chris Shula. That's trending. Brian Flores is still in the mix, but Mike McCarthy is viewed as the insiders as the current favorite. They believe if they get McCarthy, they could try and keep Aaron Rodgers for 1 to 2 more seasons.
See, that's crazy because Aaron Rodgers was one of the main proponents. Am I using that word right? For them getting rid of Mike McCarthy in Green Bay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was like, fucking get rid of this guy.
I still can't get over the fact that plantar fasciitis isn't a severe injury. Where I'm like, oh, I don't
know,
know.
right?
I've hurt my patellar tendon, and that shit is like no joke. One of the most irritating fucking injuries you could ever get, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
Now, as for
like,
Mike,
okay.
Now,
I mean,
I'm not as tough as I thought I was.
we need to extract some of Jay Tonga's bone marrow.
And to see
he's able to withstand the substation. Not completely, but it seems. Listen, any other Niners torn patella, not
or something, yeah.
See that?
I don't know. That substation just might be like dialed down a little bit because of you, Bogey. I don't know. Maybe there's something.
They know I'm coming.
I know we've had the discussion, and Lee and I both agree that it's just a Bosa thing. I don't know about this electrical substation.
I think Bosa
as much as it being.
What about the rest of them?
Issue.
No, well, I know there's too much coincidence, but those Bosa brothers they're glass. They are glass.
Yeah.
They're glass. Now, as for Mike,
we should trade him to the Chargers.
Oh, please, we ain't taking that trash
for the first round.
Oh. Don't call him trash now, but
not trash. I mean,
brittle.
I don't think we take him now. He's got too many.
This guy is just a hater. He's a hater.
No, I'm not hating.
Hey, Tom Brady's the GOAT, and he says he's trash.
Out of the Bosa, I'm gonna lie. Out of the Bosa brothers,
that is a bad.
Like he's just a hater. You know
no, I'm not. Out of the Bosa brothers, I think.
Oh no, I'm not. Oh.
Out of Joey and Nick. No, out of Joey and Nick.
Hey, hold on. Watch this. Just say a series of names right now. Let's
out of Joey and Nick, I think.
Hold on, let's test this out. Tom Brady.
Let's go with
Tom Brady. What's the first thing that pops in your head? Tom Brady.
A cheater.
Max Crosby.
Max Crosby.
Loser.
Justin Herbert.
Can't win the playoffs.
Hey, the fact that you even hesitated.
I said can't win the playoffs right now.
That's incredible.
Stumbled.
Well, right now, listen to that.
Hey,
right, but I'm not being a hater.
You just hate on anything that's good.
No. Hear me out. Out of Nick Bosa and Joey, I would prefer Nick. I think he's the more complete athlete.
Complete athlete, he says.
I don't think that.
Out of the two of them, I'd take Nick over Joey.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Speaking of no-brainer, Peacock says that Scadaboo's head is potentially missing still. He might.
I know, right?
You ain't lying.
Joe Mixon, he says, "No way, Jose. We're letting Joe Mixon.
Yeah, he's gonna be
handle business and get ready for
he did some dumbass shit. Like they advised against him getting some surgery to clean up some scar tissue,
and he did it himself.
Yeah, he went because I guess I would imagine they would have referred him to like the team doctors or something. He went and did some other shit, and then the healing. There was all kind of like a botched surgery or some shit like that. He fucked up. He's done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, as for Mike Tomlin, he's reportedly done coaching and not expected to return to coaching.
That's cool. I mean, shit. Maybe you know what it is too. I think he knows he's like a grizzled vet. He knows the game so much that I think he's like, okay, this is a new chapter, especially because it's a different type of ball game that it is these days from when he started a long time ago. You know what I mean? And he's still young. He's been in it for so long since he was young that he's not too old right now. What is he, like 50?
Yeah, he's
like 52.
Like 53, I think it's on that. Yeah.
See.
Well,
so you still got plenty of time to go do other shit with his career.
And
in the event,
great.
I think about this. Like, okay, say he was gonna go coach somewhere else, right? Maybe Baltimore maybe would have been interesting. Like, organizationally, I don't know if there's enough that he knows how the game goes. He knows what it takes. Like if you go, like look at Minnesota, they got everything going, but for some reason organizationally, or maybe I don't know, maybe they got a substation there. But because that was another spot. I mean, like, or even the Atlanta job. Like, how come that was like none of these jobs weren't appealing? Because these organizations are ran very poorly. You know what I mean? And when you look at something like the Steelers, who, although it's mediocrity, you know what I'm saying? They run a tight ship over there. You know what I mean? That's just been. Yeah.
Peacock.
And I think this is more Mike Tomlin saying I'm done.
Yeah. Peacock says, I've never wanted the Texans to draft a lineman more than I do this offseason.
That's a fact. I feel the same way about the Niners, but I've already made my peace with it because I know shit.
Get in line. Or actually come. Well, we got a pretty nice spot, so if you got somebody in mind, you probably get them right there.
Yeah. Well, the Cleveland Browns got a second head coaching interview with Jim Schwartz, but the growing belief is they're going to basically promote Jim Schwartz internally from what they're saying. Because there's no one known to take that Browns
job.
Fuck
that. Jim Schwartz, come to the Niners. Be our DC.
Now, Chris Shula could bring Nate Steelhouse as the OC. And that's what they're thinking. And the Buccaneers hired Danny Smith as their special teams coordinator. And the Chiefs hired Chad O'Shea as their wide receivers coach. And the Giants requested a DC interview with Dante Jones. And the Giants DC watch Rex Ryan is the name to watch.
The Giants DC, Rex Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, it's because he's too polarizing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To bring it. I don't know if John Harbaugh is fucking with shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Raheem Morris is expected to be a DC candidate over with the Packers. Now, as for your 49ers, Bogey, Gus Bradley is emerging as a favorite for the DC job, as is Richard Sherman.
Yeah, and Gus Bradley was already the reason why we brought in Gus Bradley to begin with, because we knew Saleh wasn't gonna stick around for so long if and when we had success, and that happened. So that's why they're saying he's like the favorite. But we haven't interviewed anyone really. So I would love if Richard Sherman, just because like I would imagine his ideology is gonna like okay, you know Rob Saleh and that defense we've been running for a long time. That's Gus Bradley shit. That's been Gus Bradley. Gus Bradley is the architect of that scheme. You know what I mean, for years, and it's morphed into different shit. And like that's why I wouldn't mind a Richard Sherman, because one he's like I do buy into like when these players and they get into coaching jobs, but prior to that they're going locker room to locker room working in media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's been working for Prime for the last 3 years or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that because he knows how the game is played today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Gus Bradley, the reason I wouldn't mind that hire because it's super obvious he's already in the building, but it's like he's you know what I mean? There's a reason why he went to DC prior to this shit.
Yeah.
He's of the old style. You know what I mean?
Loose skin and old balls.
Yeah,
gross.
You know what I mean?
Loose skin and.
Well, the Falcons are expected to hire Tommy Reese as the OC, and the Bucks hired Zach Robinson as their OC, which he's familiar with Baker, so that's a good thing because he was over there in LA with Baker. And now the Dolphins believed to be seriously pursuing, Malik Willis. That's the thing, because he was as Jeff Hafley's familiarity with them over in Green Bay. I guess the Dolphins are going to give defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver a second interview for the head coaching job for the Steelers. Now, Mike McDaniel withdrew from the Browns job, head coaching search but he's meeting with the Bills today. And then
he didn't take the Chargers job?
Well, no, there was a stipulation. If he gets a head coaching job, then he can take that. But if not, he'll be the Chargers OC. But it all depends if he gets a head coaching gig.
like that. I feel like he's leveraging you guys as not only like a backup, like an insurance plan, but like, listen, I'm wanted over
Yeah,
here. I could really change.
this is
You know what I mean?
hilarious.
Yeah.
He's
He's
like,
like,
I
all
don't plan
right,
on
and then it's
actually.
like, all right, fine, I'll settle for the Chargers.
Yeah.
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 Totally
He
should have
gets
took
to
the
at
deal.
least say he has a job. He does. That's
Yeah.
isn't that a saying where it's hired when you're already employed?
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
that's it.
Now,
Maybe that was his
if Mike
little way of
McDaniels
getting
does,
that.
yeah,
And you know what? He interviewed with Detroit first. So you know that's where he wanted to go. And he probably was like, hey, look, I want this job, but I'm still gonna go take these head coaching interviews. And if I get the job, I'm gonna take it. But if I don't, I'm gonna work for y'all. They're like, fuck no. And the Chargers like, okay, we'll do that.
and if Mike McDaniel is our OC, Tyreek Hill is interested in coming on over to LA. But
So what you guys gotta trade for him, or he has to be cut more than likely?
I think we'd have to wait until he cut to see what happens.
And then eat all that dead cap.
Yeah, well, as for Joe Brady, he's a candidate to replace Sean McDermott.
How annoying would that be if Tyreek Hill went to the Chargers? It's like, you know what I mean? Especially when they go, yeah, and Keenan Allen's coming back for one more go. And it's just like, you have all these motherfuckers there, man. Like,
I think Keenan's all but gone.
I know. Obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's so annoying. Like, they probably would do that. They'd be like, yeah, fuck it.
All right. Well, Brian Daboll wants the Bills head coaching job. If he doesn't get it, he will be the Titans OC. It's the Bills' job, and if he doesn't get that,
he's doing that old Mike McDaniels.
He's gonna be the OC for the Titans. Yeah, that's the saying. Yeah. So.
Wow, Brian Daboll.
Do it.
Now,
That's
Terry Pagula, the Bills owner, says McDermott was the one who pushed to draft Keon Coleman. And there's so much.
They're like, we're firing you based on that alone.
Now, yeah. Well, they say Josh Allen is going to run the show about picking the next coach because he's going to be at all the interviews. So this weekend we'll find out. I guess there's like, we shall see.
We've seen that work before.
Yeah, but now
I remember Baker chose Freddie Kitchens. Remember him?
Yeah. Well,
that didn't work out.
That didn't.
Multiple executives believe A.J. Brown could be traded. Buffalo is seen as a favorite, and the 49ers are also been mentioned as a team to watch for A.J. Brown. So, and the Eagles are going to prioritize to extend Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis in the offseason.
I remember looking this up with A.J. Brown because a motherfucker could take on some of that dead cap, and the capital might not be too crazy. You know, be taking over the contract and some of the dead cap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think A.J. Brown just got an extension too.
Yeah. Now, the Giants are expected to target former Ravens players in free agency, and the name to watch is center Tyler Linderbaum, a name to monitor. I would love him over on the Chargers, but I think he would go over to New York, though. But the 49ers wouldn't be surprised if Mac Jones isn't on the roster in 2026, which that wouldn't shock us. They probably can get a second. You guys probably get a second-round pick for him, which would be nice for the.
It might be a in draft trade too.
Yeah, I would
like during the draft type of shit.
The Chicago Bears want to resign.
That's what we do. We make dreams come true at the Niners. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it happens when they go away from the substation.
Well, the Chicago Bears want to re-sign safety Kevin.
Look at Sam Darnold now. Look at him go.
Kevin Byard. And Nick Chubb is not expected to return with the Texans. He's all but gone. And the 49ers are open to a return with Debo.
Yeah, because Debo's a free agent, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he got his crib is still on the east side. He lives in the hills. Like in
also the 49ers are expected to make a strong push for Max Crosby.
Who?
the 49ers.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
You hate that.
The Lions offensive tackle Dan Skipper, he retired. And Mendoza this morning declared for the NFL draft.
Duh.
Now, as for like going forward, Robert Kraft said the NFL wants an 18-game regular season. They want to bring the preseason from 3 to 2 games in the preseason, and also all teams have to do an annual international game for every year, supposedly going forward. Now, as for the Vikings, they signed Brian Flores to a new deal, but also for the Vikings, no charges were filed against Jordan Addison. So he might be out of the water. Now, as for Christian McCaffrey, he's the finalist for the MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and Comeback Player of the Year award.
Let's go.
And the Cowboys hired
Give that man his accolades.
Yeah. As for the Cowboys, they hired Christian Parker as their defensive coordinator. He came over from the Eagles. And now the Giants are expected to extend GM Joe Sheen after the draft. That's crazy. Lamar Jackson wants Cliff Kingsbury as his OC over with Baltimore. But we know Jesse Minter got hired, so. And Lamar has a trade clause.
That's so funny. Before they even hired Jesse Mentor, he was – which came first?
No. It was already out that Lamar and other players from Baltimore already were recruiting, saying they want Cliff Kingsbury before they even hired Minter.
Yeah, but as the OC, because it's funny because they're like, we don't want you as the head coach. That's what I'm trying to determine here.
Yeah. But Lamar's got that no trade in his contract, so he can prove if he is traded, he can approve wherever he wants to go. You know. But and as for Travis Kelce,
hold on, why is the relevance? Why you bring that up?
Because there's been rumors that they might want to move him to the Raiders. The Raiders are interested in him, but as supposedly as a trade. But I haven't seen anything last day. So now, as for Travis Kelce, when he was on his podcast with his brother, he said, "Hey man, I think I'm gonna be coming back next year." Because he's more excited now with the new OC. He said, hey, I might run it back. I guess
not
he got
a new OC, you mean his former.
His old.
Yeah, which is annoying as fuck because they let this man go, and then he doesn't get a head coaching job, and they replace him immediately. And then this guy, he has like a stint with Sam. He's there. He's responsible for Sam Howell throwing for like 4,000, right? And that's like in 11 games or whatever it was. And then he was just kind of in purgatory. So I'm glad he's back at the Hut where they had plenty of success together.
No, Chase, we didn't talk about that. Yeah, Chase says, did you guys talk about Buffalo interviewing Phillip Rivers this weekend?
For the head coaching?
Yes, sir. Josh Allen is going to be there, and they're going to interview Phillip Rivers.
That shit, wow. I mean, but he's been coaching like high school, right? Or something
high school,
like
yeah.
I don't know, dog. Here's the thing, man. I bet like this fool could be yelling the most non-curse words out there.
You can lie on that one. Well, the Jets will pay Justin Fields and Aaron Rodgers over $50 million next year, with neither even on the roster.
Come on, bro.
Now, as for the 49ers cap saving, if Brandon Ayuk is released in 2026, you'll get 6.2. 2027, you'll get 20.2 million. In 2028, you'll get 30.4 million bucks.
You mean we'll save?
You'll save on the cap, yes, sir. If he's released, yes. Now, as the Ravens, they hired Jesse Minter yesterday as the head coach, and they gave him a 5-year deal. And also, Derrick Henry says he is not retiring just yet. But here's a wild. What do you think about the FBI now is investigating the death of Jim Irsay and the possibility of the team doctor was involved?
I mean,
with the relative,
Irsay was
a son.
Yeah, because I guess opiates. I guess he.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jim Irsay has a well documented issue with indulging. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're only about like 11 years removed from him getting pulled over. Remember, it was like 2014, 2015.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
He got pulled over. He had he had a bunch of perks in a bottle, and he had he was faded, and he had cocaine on him. And
yeah.
I don't know why he's driving too.
Yeah. Now, as for Bills, the tight end Dawson Knox, he has a $17 million cap hit in 2026. Says he's uncertain of his future in Buffalo, but he wants to remain in Buffalo, but they're going to have to likely restructure his deal for him to stay. So
Man, he's gone.
He's pretty much all but gone.
Old regime shit.
Yeah. But other than that, that's all the news I have. Oh, that's pretty much all I got. What Dennis says, just picked up some Super Bowl squares from our homie East Side Eric.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I know King D got some going on too. Yeah, shout out to East. That's the partner.
Yep.
So,
We're gonna be rocking on Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure. Especially because my team's not in it, so it's not like I'm having a party or some shit. You feel me? Yeah, I might go to the fellas. I might go to rock with the fella again. If not, I'm definitely rocking here.
I remember last year it was a blast. That was like the best.
yeah, last year was funny as
viewership
fuck.
we ever had.
That was funny
so
as hell, man.
Yeah, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I know he got a gang of puppies over there right now. So I'm not sure what the lab situation is technically. Shout out to the fella. I know he had some things to take care of this morning. Yeah, man.
Sir.
But yeah, championship week though, man. I feel kind of bad for the Broncos, man. Where Chase at? Chase, you in here, man? What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah. Chase is in the house.
Yeah, man. Shout out to. No, just saying if he was still in here. Yeah, shout out to Chase, man. How you feeling, man? You know what I mean? Because like, listen, I'm just like, I might be a dickhead when I'm just saying like, damn, this is over for them, just because it's Stedman. But I don't know. I've seen crazier things. You know, I was saying the same thing with the Nick Foles whole thing, and then I had all the bread on fucking and all the prop bets that year on New England, and then they lost. But I hit on all the prop bets. It was insane.
It'll be if the Broncos can pull it off, it's gonna be looking like how the Patriots pulled it off against the Texans. That's in my mind, kind of like
It's gonna be like sloppy
what
as all hell, but like field goal.
Yeah, two touchdowns on defense types of shit.
I mean, you know what's crazy is the amount of pressure that they were able to get on like Will Campbell for 2 weeks in a row, right? Like the Chargers that one bro had 3 sacks.
Yeah.
And then the next week, they lined up Will Anderson on that side. Normally he would be on the other side, you know what I'm saying? And he got 3 sacks on bruh. You know what I mean? And now you got Jonathan Cooper and Nick Bonito, or Nick Bonito and Jonathan Cooper. I should have said it that way. So it's gonna be another tough task. His legs definitely bails him out a lot. Drake May. Could have said the same thing for Bo Nix, but then ironically, I think the usage of his legs, they used his legs like in every play last week, and then overtime, and boom, unfortunate. I wonder did they show the play when he broke his shit? Was it at the end, or was he playing with it broke at some point in the game?
I didn't go back and try and watch it.
Me neither.
I had 2 fantasy teams with him. And I'm like, oh, I didn't watch the game. So when I saw that they won, I was like, oh, cool. Bo Nix advances.
Damn. You didn't even see that shit.
Nope. I saw the win before the injury.
Yeah, man, it's tough. It's gonna be real tough. I mean, I guess they got the hosting advantage, right? And that place does rock. You know what was rocking? New England was fucking rocking, dude. That was crazy. Forgot about New England playoff games.
Yeah, that place should be. It's in Denver this way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm.
Denver won rocking like now New England was rocking these last 2 weeks. But you know what I mean? They're gonna do the shit. They're gonna have to bring it this week for sure. What you guys thinking on this Seahawks Rams game?
I think it's going to be a very close game.
Okay, who do you got?
I'm gonna
The
say
most vague response.
I'm gonna say the Rams.
Okay, I like it. Rams on the road. You know what I mean? McVay. I mean, you know what's crazy is Stafford just like he hasn't been playing super polished at all. But like these fourth quarter comebacks and these overtime comebacks or these drives, I should say. You know, it was like, okay, he could be shitty the whole game, but with that game on the line, them last little drives, that he was kind of masterful.
So Rivers right now is being interviewed by the Bills.
Yo, it's gonna be so crazy if they give him that job. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Kid and I were talking about it backstage.
I almost would bet, like, if I had all my money right now, I would almost bet all of it that he doesn't get the job. But then that would like magically make him get the job, and I'd be like, wow, that happened. But it's like I just like even the Davis Webb thing. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah.
JD was talking about this the other day. Davis Webb, that's his boy. Well, look, this guy's a quarterback's coach, but see, he's still active right now for the Broncos. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and I kind of feel like that would happen more than Phillip Rivers would, because at least this kid's been coaching for the last couple of years for real in the NFL.
All right, Chase did say this. I think Stidham is going to play better than people think, but the odds are still against them. They had a designed run in overtime going to left, and that's where Bo broke his ankle.
Okay, damn. Yeah, because he was there getting him on rollouts and bootlegs and then having him extend plays. Like he was using his legs like fucking all day. Yeah. And like, okay. See, this is interesting though when you think about it because there is like zero film on the kid.
Yeah, he hasn't played in 2 years.
He's played in the preseason, but as far as like actual game time that matters, like my Niners when we went on a Super Bowl run, you know what I'm saying? Hell of a defense. He put up 300 on us. And I was like, lack of film. We did take him to overtime and beat him. You know what I mean? And that was a young Stidham too. Young Stidham. You know what I mean? Sean Payton's supposed to be one of them gurus. We'll see. If they was playing against if they were playing against like the Rams defense, like which is still a good defense, but like the shittiest probably out of all of them that remain, right? Yeah, it is kind of crazy because look at 3 out of these 4 teams have like and I'll give they're middle of the pack, the Rams. It wasn't like they're a terrible defense, but yeah, all the good defense, all the teams with the good defenses is here.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna take for the Broncos to pull off a miracle. Because they probably would have, not even probably, they would have been favored. Probably would have been only like by 3.5 or 4. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm pretty sure without looking at it, because I don't know the line, but I'm pretty sure they got New England by 3 on the road. Maybe even more.
Shout out to Spencer the Guru. Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Spencer the Guru. Happy birthday to my little bro. Seeing the kid grow up. Known him for some years now. Now I think about it. It's crazy. Yeah, known him since 2020. Yeah, shout out to the kid, man. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you one thing. What's his name? You got Drake May's got to have his hands full on Sunday. Oh, no.
So are you conflictedly because you don't know who to hate on more?
I to be honest with you, I think I haven't decided who, but on this one, I hate on both teams, but it's tough to pick a winner.
You don't say.
But I gotta pick a winner. I'm gonna say Denver wins this, unfortunately.
Yeah, so your hatred for New England goes far deeper than it does for
it runs deep. Yeah, it runs deep. Even though it's family, it runs
your
deep.
whole life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Getting on you.
I hate it. I hated him even when I was younger. I hated him.
I mean, they were great for like 20 years.
Yeah, but
so you probably hated on them for the longest, huh?
Even if they were winning, I still hated on them.
That's what I just said. Like,
I don't
But
care, man.
that's to prove my point, though. Like,
I don't
you know what I
care.
mean? If they're great, you hate them. What other reason why?
No, hey, so they have rings. That they, that's it.
So they have rings.
They have rings, but you know what? I used to get so much shit. I would get every Christmas. If it was a jersey, it was a jacket. I would just give them away, and they would cost like $200-$300. I didn't give a shit. I don't want that trash on my back.
Ungrateful.
I don't care. I won't wear trash.
A $200 jacket.
I don't care.
I'm giving away to a bum.
My friends
That's
would call me the best.
ridiculously-
My friends would call me the best regifter because I would
Chargers
just give them the
fan.
jerseys. I would just regift those jerseys. They became in handy, and they became some nice.
Just give them right back to him for the next Christmas.
You know what's an interesting stat? I bet you the Chargers memorabilia, like the team merch that is just like kind of never bought, like Goodwill might accept it, but it just sits around and never sees the daylight of a customer. But they go, you know what?
The
There's some
AFC
needy
Championship
people.
shirts that they never handed out because they didn't win.
They go to like that actually
Third
goes
world
to,
countries?
Rural third world.
Yeah,
that's a real
they
thing.
go to like Nigeria, and they go to these.
Yeah, you go to Nigeria, the motherfuckers think the Chargers have won.
Everywhere though, like we have like thrift stores that can't possibly get rid of this Chargers stuff, so they give it to the homeless, people who don't have clothes, and it's the less fortunate position for the person to have to like wear the shame of a Chargers shirt or jersey, but it's better than nothing, I guess.
I know, right? I'm like,
I'd
stop walking around naked.
I'd
Here, put
rather
the
wear
Chargers
the
gear
powder
on.
blue than wear
For
that
God's
fucking
sakes.
green ass shit that's over in New York.
Oh, it's the freaking basically the pinnacle of United States, New York. Now, granted, I know the
Yep,
stadium
that's
isn't
right.
in
That's
New
right.
York, but we're talking like if you talk to anybody in the world and you mention United States, probably Trump is what they imagine. But if you just say a
Especially if
city,
you mention
they're
New
gonna
York
say
City
New
these
York.
days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Didn't he used to own that football league back in the day? That
I don't think he owned them. I think he had a team.
I think he
right?
wanted to, but no, I think Lee is right. Freaking
Yeah,
like-
it's like the USFL, right?
exactly. I thought he did.
yeah, the
Did he have a
USA
team?
League or something.
No, I think
He
he
might have had a
Thought
team.
potentially.
My team is the
Or
best.
I'm surprised he didn't call it Trump ball.
Yeah,
We're gonna
like,
play this
You know,
game.
there's a Trump
It's
board
just
game
like
from
football,
the 80s.
but yeah, and it's like Monopoly. Something.
Yeah, he just ripped off Monopoly, I'm sure, huh?
Yeah.
no, he bought the New Jersey.
It's Monopoly with the mafia in it.
No, in the mid '80s, Trump bought the New Jersey Generals, the rival for the USFL. That's what it says here.
I think the mafia made Trump they're like, that's how he's in position. They're just like, we just need him in there so we could get away with what we need to be
Who funded
getting away
who
with.
funded the campaign for Mayor Rudy Giuliani? Because he's the one. Well, because if Trump funded that campaign and got Giuliani in there, because once Giuliani got in there, they created the RICO Act. You know what I mean? Because they couldn't stop organized crime, and they knew
I don't
organized like
even
the way.
want to think about all the things, dude.
Well, because think about this: the way organized crime is structured, you have the boss, then you have the underboss, then you have the capos, and you have all the soldiers. So it's like if the boss was gonna allegedly put out a put something on somebody's helmet, right? You know what I mean? Put a bag on somebody. You know what I mean? It's gonna get passed down. Then when it gets to the soldiers, if the soldier pulls out the job and then gets caught, he can't really snitch on everybody up the chain. You know what I mean? So then they start doing the RICO Act so you can get them all as a group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was because he was going to war. He was going to war trying to take the city back from the five families, and then there was the triads and the Chinese gangs. They were organized crime. Then a motherfucker, straight mafia shit.
Yeah.
Gangsters built this whole fucking nation, if you ask me, because it was gangster in a sense to come over here and take that shit to begin with. You know what I mean? And they call us thugs. Yeah, but that's another podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We got plenty of topics on and the likes.
Yeah, we're actually workshopping a bunch of ideas because you know what I mean. This off season we're gonna go crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah. The off season's not too long though, because how does it when do the dynasty start
March.
getting to
I'm gonna launch the first new one like in March.
yeah,
I have a list already.
that's a short break. We'll be back.
Yeah, we don't get much
and then that one will draft the draft picks in it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those to join in my opinion. I don't mind either really. I like, you know, I can add the rookies as soon as they get landing spots or prior to. I'm probably more of a fan of prior, so it just makes it more fun to like put value on draft picks, which is a dynamic that you could get either one or two ways. You could find an extreme value pick in the middle of the draft, or you can obtain in the middle of the draft because of a potential early rookie pick.
Exactly.
All of a sudden.
Like that shit could fall, and then now all of a sudden you got a first rounder in this rookie draft, but you got it like the fifth.
You could trade it. I know Bogey's a fan of getting rid of those rookies as soon as they don't really last. Yeah, they're not safe.
All right, Harold Landry's been ruled out for this weekend for the Patriots.
How did it go for you though? On the topic of there was that one team I remember you doing things opposite. Was that the Brotherhood of the Sith?
Yeah, that one I have. I think the second or third pick. No, it's not the Brotherhood. It's called the Kumite. It's like from Bloodsport.
Oh, Kumite.
Yeah.
All right. Pat Bryant cleared concussion protocol.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
I got all the Pat Bryant.
Hey, he's gonna wear a Guardian cap this weekend if he plays.
Let's go.
I'm glad that's being a. It's funny watching Petrie out there with that thing. It's like
now, as for JK,
he went through
a lot.
He's hitting hard. You better be scared of him.
As for J.K. Dobbins and Troy Franklin, they were limited in practice.
If it gives you that kind of confidence, why not wear it?
I heard this was a long.
Man, see, I
heard it was a long shot for J.K.
Yeah, he was limited in practice, as was Troy Franklin today.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't expect too much production from him anyways. And when you have three running backs that this was of late.
I know it's the New England Patriots defense, right? So that's the only thing that got me worried because Stidham can run the offense. But like
true.
And how good and that offensive line is one of the better offensive lines. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe against Buffalo it wasn't so much because like he was getting on feet a lot. What's his name? Bo Nix. But Stidham, you know what I mean? He can execute.
He's probably gonna get sacked 7 times.
He's probably, but I was gonna say he has no mobility. Yeah. So you know what I mean? That ball is probably gonna come out quick. You know what I mean? Pat Bryant, maybe he's gonna be a big part of this game plan. Evan Ingram, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he has chemistry with Lil Jordan Humphries because Jordan Humphries originally from the Team 2s. So we're probably going to see him in a lot of these installments. You know what I mean? Did Mims get beat up too last week? Oh, no, Mims ended up coming back to the game.
Yeah, he came back from the game, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be tough, you know? And this defense, you know, I could already hear the locker room speech like, we got to do this shit for the offense. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's gonna be some shit. And I think the Seahawks, their defense is just too ferocious. And for someone who's who has like zero mobility really with Matt Stafford. I think this is going to be a long game. But you do have the fact that Puka just tears up this secondary. Since the debut of his career, it was week 1 against Seattle that year in 2023.
And I was reading that the Ravens wanted to draft Puka, but they never did. That's who the John Harbaugh
Good, because he would have just died over there.
Pretty much. You ain't lying there.
They would have been throwing it to the tight ends with Puka on the field. Yeah, I wonder, like, okay, for example, Lamar, if there's any validity to him saying, I wanted Cliff Kingsbury, why? Because you want to run around a lot? Like,
it's not just Lamar. They said a lot of the playmakers.
No, I get that, but I'm trying to figure out why, like schematically, like why he would want that. Maybe it's because the air. Cliff Kingsbury has a little air raid in him. You know what I mean? You know, Cliff Kingsbury comes from that air raid coaching lineage. You know what I mean? So maybe Lamar wants to throw more and get back to some Louisville Lamar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe not, but like, you know, because using the legs was a great luxury for Jaden Daniels. You know what I mean? But and they did have running plays called for him. But like, I don't know. I for me, I've seen Cliff Kingsbury. Maybe I'm just an armchair quarterback, but you feel me? Like, or whatever they call that. You know, armchair quarterback.
Yeah.
Quarterback. The only thing I think stopping Seattle is Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
If Sam Darnold plays mistake-free, I think that defense will hold it down. That place is so loud. Such a
that 12th man is pretty powerful.
Yeah, I know. All the bandwagoners. Shout out to the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. But I want the Rams to win.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, shit. Let's get up out of here.
Yes, sir. Hey, Bogey, you have a wonderful time at the party.
Yep. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? NeonPeacockMerch.com. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody have a safe weekend. You know what I mean? We'll catch y'all championship coverage. You know what I mean? Definitely be on the lookout for that. Playmaker watch parties. You know what I'm saying? Championship Sunday edition. Let's go.
All right, fellas. Be good. Peace.
Watch out. Look out, bruh. Watch out. The fuck out. Man, watch out. Not the one to fuck with. I'll up it, I'll draw down. End of discussion. I'll push a button, get the bus and lay y'all out. Man, look out. Guess who got the jug now? I'm just trying to do my thing. Every time I do my thing, compact that thing. All of that ring make it sing. Hey, what you real want, get into? We can bang, 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 John with a spoon. Hey, we living proof. Jewels hella wet like a swimming pool.